Hey guys, it's Jared with Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Sanity. Wanted to make a very quick video, hopefully. I'm out here in Utah working. I know I'm one of those lame guys that still has a job, but well, Joe Biden, I think, has a plan to help me not have a job soon. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to make a quick video on, I had a conversation with a customer today. Really kind of got me thinking. He's just a hardworking guy, started his own business, looking to expand, and he was like, man, he just started talking, and I think the American flag on my hat must have made him more comfortable sharing his opinion, which is also kind of funny to me. He's a patriot, freedom-minded guy, but it's funny, the American flag used to be it was the original rebel flag, and maybe it's making a comeback or something. I don't know. Anyways, so he was bringing up how, he was talking to people, and people are just fed up, and, somebody's going to have to do something, start something. And I've had more and more of these conversations, and honestly, it's encouraging to me. I think, as much as 2020, was lame, I think it woke a lot of people up, right? I mean, the people that I've had conversations with, that I have never had these type of conversations with, the amount of them is awesome. I think, people are waking up to just how the slow grind, I think, was something that was just building up. And I mean, guys, look at, just a second, you see the snow on the mountains. This is the most beautiful country in the world, in my opinion. It's the most awesome country in the world. That's not my opinion. That's fact. But the people in this country that love it, that are glad to be here, that think it is the most amazing place on the face of the planet, are getting ticked off. The slow grind was kind of working, right? They were taking little rights and little rights and little rights, and then they tried to use COVID, and they took a whole bunch. And people go, whoa, hold up now. And so I think it's awesome. I think people are waking up. And this guy, I've never had this conversation with him before. And he just started talking, and we talked for probably 30 minutes about just kind of where we're headed as a country and what we need to do to get there, right? Like, and just get involved with our local governments, and, buy a gun, train with it, those things. And to be fair, like, I posted something, but there's a quote that you have 4 boxes to control, to preserve your freedom. It is the soap box, the ballot box, the jury box, and the ammunition box, and please use in that order. The soap box is already being taken. You say the wrong thing online, they will take you off. They will restrict your right of speech. And before everybody says, "Oh, well, they're a private company," well, hey, that doesn't really work if you're a baker or a photographer, right? And you want to turn down a wedding that you disagree with. They didn't say, "Oh, they're a private company." B, these private companies have started, they proclaimed their platform, Section 230, all that, you can do your research, but they're afforded legal, protections because they claim to be a platform, not a publisher. Anyways, you're all this being said, your soapbox being taken, the ballot box, anybody who can look at Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Michigan and not tell me there were some irregularities, to say it best, is not paying attention. And I'm not sure it swung the election one way or another. I think I know, but let's just investigate it. But now, if you saw Rand Paul and George Stephanopoulos this week on Sunday, because I watched it, but Rand Paul was great. So if you get a chance to go look at his clip with George Stephanopoulos, he goes, guys, we're just asking for an investigation. We had a 2-year investigation on Russiagate, and now we have actual proof that things were done incorrectly against the state constitution. Like, judges made orders that went against the state legislature and all these things. That it should be investigated. Why is asking for an investigation now just, conspiracy theory? You should be locked in a camp, which they're actually saying that now. You should be locked in camp. So anyways, but I'm going to sound like a broken record. Get involved locally, find people, start talking to people, be a little bit more vocal than you used to be. I mean, like I said, if nothing else that COVID did, it shut us all in our houses and made us do research and realize how much the government's overreach has gotten out of hand. So I'm encouraged, guys. I am super excited to see what this year and the next bring, to see people that have never been politically active, never been just out there, being bold and speak the truth in love, right? I had a coffee with to quote Reagan, a well-meaning liberal friend, and he said, well, you wouldn't take up arms to defend your your rights, would you, as a Christian? And hey, this is what they try to do. They try to turn your rights into something selfish, and that's what COVID's done really well. They've said, oh, you would try to open your business to, just preserve your right to pay your bills and feed your kids, and they didn't say that, but they made it selfish, right? Your right to say that government doesn't have the right to tell you what to put on your face or in your body. Just bend the knee, you'll live. Anyway, so they've turned rights into a selfish thing. Protecting the rights of the afflicted and needy is not a selfish thing. Me saying that the single mom in Chicago should have the right to protect her and her family in a out of control crime infested area is not a selfish thing, right? They always want to twist it into you being selfish, standing up for your rights. No, I'm standing up for the rights of the people who either don't have the means to stand up for their rights, or are too young, or too, are not quite there yet. So be ready to stand up for your rights, and hopefully this stops in the ballot box of your legislatures, right? Like I texted the majority leader of the State House yesterday. It was delivered on iMessage. I don't know if, I'm just hoping you read it. He didn't respond. Maybe one day. Maybe he doesn't like people texting him. I don't know. Anyways, and I asked him to stand up for the sanctuary state legislation to make Idaho and to not enforce these illegal gun laws. And so once we can stop it in the legislature, and thankfully over the past 4 years we've had close to 300 federal judges appointed that hopefully love the Constitution. We've had, a couple Supreme Court justices that hopefully love the Constitution. And so I'm very hopeful we can cut this thing off at the legislature and we can get involved. And I'm super excited. So get out there, get involved. I'm preaching to the choir, I know that, but just be encouraged, be hopeful, be excited. It all works together for good. And I honestly, not even works together for good in like an eternal perspective. I think it's working together for good just in making our nation more aware. Like I said, I've had these conversations with people that I've never had them with. So be bold, get out there, speak the truth in love. Don't be afraid to speak the truth. And, I'm tired of being shut up. I'm tired of getting called the ignorant, crazy man, conspiracy theorist for just saying that we could maybe, stick to the thing they call the U.S. Constitution. And then, not to mention that, when you read the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, or the state constitution in Idaho at least, and the Declaration of Independence, it is not only our right but our duty to stand up against tyrants in the United States. So you are not actually going against the U.S. government when you stand up to tyranny in the U.S. government. You are fulfilling your of the people, for the people, by the people whole thing this nation was built on. Anyways, be blessed. Have a fantastic day. This is the best country in the world. If you don't believe that, I'll fight you. Bye.